D23 gave us a special look at Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. This new teaser trailer has raised 4 questions for me, and I'm excited to dive into those top 4 questions. How many questions has this teaser trailer raised for you? Let's talk about it in the comments. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and these are my top 4 questions for The Rise of Skywalker, based off this new D23 special look trailer. You know what I really appreciated about that trailer? It didn't show much. It showed us different footage than the teaser, and it added to like the what is going on here effect without, I feel like, giving away too many spoilers. Maybe the dark side Rey thing's a spoiler, I don't know. But if they showed it in the trailer and it's Star Wars, do they really risk a spoiler in the trailer? I don't think so. I think it's strategic, and I think there's other twists coming. So hit that subscribe button and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified when I drop more videos like these. Question number 1, will Rey and Kylo Ren switch sides? Okay, it's an obvious look at her in the hood, the double-bladed lightsaber, which is flippin' awesome, by the way. Not only is it cool to see a double-bladed lightsaber again, but then to add that little hinge on it where it's like, come on! That's just flippin' awesome! So I'm excited about that. Now, if they're showing us that in the trailer, what kind of actual twist is that gonna have in the movie? Now, I've got some theories, and a lot of my theories come from watching The Film Theorist with Matt Pat. He just did a theory about how he believes Rey, really is a clone of Palpatine, or really is created by Palpatine. And if you check out that video, I kind of agree with that. I think that's a really good theory, and as I'm watching this trailer, I think I agree with that theory more. What we really see in The Last Jedi is something I wish we got a little bit in the prequel trilogy, because we want to root for Rey, right? I mean, you watch The Force Awakens and she's the good guy, and you watch The Last Jedi as Luke is training her, she is so drawn by the darkness into that cave, she doesn't even resist it.
You went straight to the dark, and you didn't even try to stop yourself.
I mean, that could just be her absolute hunger for answers, but she just doesn't resist, and she goes straight down into that cave. She asks the little mirror thing, show me my parents, and what does she see? Herself in the reflection. And then you have Kylo. I think that was just a whatever. I think they're gonna retcon that by saying, oh, he was just lying to her when he says your parents were they just dropped you off on that planet. They were nothing and they were no one. I think they were nothing and they were no one, because maybe she was adopted and they're like, she's scary, we're dropping her off, because I think what we learn in Star Wars Episode 3, this right here.
He could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
Is what we're gonna see in this movie. He created Rey. I'm kind of thinking that's where we're gonna go with this. I really do think Palpatine had a hand in her creation, therefore she has no real parents, and I think she's really born of the dark side, which could give us a really cool struggle and temptation with her to either stay on the light side or the temptation to fall to the dark side. I'm kind of thinking, what if she is drawn to it naturally, and when she finds out the truth of her origins, turns to what she feels is true power? Kylo Ren, seeing it, goes, what the crap, turns around and comes to the light side, because it's called Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I'm not sure that Rey is a Skywalker. In fact, it's really looking like it's leaning towards she's not a Skywalker. But we know Kylo Ren is Ben Solo, and that he comes from Skywalker blood. This is a whole saga about the Skywalker family, and Ben Solo is indeed Skywalker. He's got the Skywalker blood, and if it's called The Rise of Skywalker, does that mean we're going to see Ben Solo forsake the identity of Kylo Ren and rise, and maybe sacrifice himself to defeat Rey, and these two powerful beings now being defeated will leave the Force in balance? Is that what's gonna happen? I have absolutely no idea, but what is the deal with Darkside Rey? Will she join the dark side? I'm leaning towards, yeah, but does that mean a good Kylo? We'll see. Number 2, C-3PO and the red eyes. What is that? Okay, so we got a dark side Rey. Are we gonna get a dark side C-3PO? I'm very curious about these red eyes. Is it just a new feature? Like he had that red arm in The Force Awakens and now we're switching it to some red eyes? But there's a reason. There is a reason that this was shown in the trailer, and it's probably just to get us going, what is that? What is going on with red eye C-3PO? Question number 3, what role are Force Ghosts going to play in this? Now, I don't think there's any way that the old Emperor Palpatine is going to return physically. I'm guessing he's going to be a Force Ghost, and maybe this will be our first look at the dark side Force Ghost. Because I've been wondering that ever since Force Ghosts were revealed to us in Empire Strikes Back, and we know that they come as Force Ghosts. Well, I guess they were revealed in New Hope when you hear Obi-Wan's voice. But we know we have Force Ghosts on the light side. What happens on the dark side? Do they go to Force Hell? Or is it all this balance, the light side and the dark? So what is going on in the Force Ghost realm? Are there dark side Force Ghosts? Where are they? Are they in a perpetual war against the light side? Or is there a better sense of balance there? I would think not, seeing as how it would seem Palpatine is trying to influence the physical world. And in Last Jedi, we got another revelation. Force Ghosts can influence the physical world. Force Ghost Yoda calls down lightning, catches a tree on fire. So what's going to happen with that? I'm positive we're going to see Luke Skywalker come back as a Force Ghost. We know Palpatine is in this somehow. He is in this. I'm thinking dark side Force Ghost trying to inhabit the body and possess the body of Rey, because I'm thinking she was created to be his vessel. The question is, will she surrender and be the vessel, or will she rise and be part of the light side? It's going to be interesting to dig into that, and I'm curious more now about the whole Force Ghost thing and what that's going to be about. Question 4, what role will the old Death Star play? I mean, you have that in the teaser trailer, and then in this trailer, you see them fighting in very similar looking areas, so it's like, what role is this planet, and what role is this old destroyed Death Star going to have in this? Now, it seems that they're going on a quest or a mission together as a team, which is all well and good, but what is really drawing them there? Is it the mission, or is Rey feeling a pull? You go back to The Force Awakens, Luke's lightsaber called out to her. She felt a pull towards that lightsaber. She touched it, and we hear Obi-Wan's voice eventually in all this vision stuff saying, these are the first steps. These are the first steps. So it's like, what is going on? So we have the light side of the Force relic calling out to her. Is there a dark side of the Force relic that is calling out to her? And that would be interesting, because then this trilogy would have an interesting thing going on. In the first movie of this new trilogy, the lightsaber calls out to her. In the second movie of this new trilogy, that dark cave under that island calls out to her. Now, in this movie, what is it that's calling out to her? Are we going to follow through with that and have something else calling out to her? So I'm very curious to see what role that whole old Death Star looking thing is going to play in this movie. So there you have it. Those are my top 4 questions that are raised by this new D23 special look. I'm excited to see the Rise of Skywalker and to see how they're going to conclude this trilogy. How are they going to bring it home? Are you looking forward to this, or maybe have you reached a point where you just don't even care anymore? Let's talk about that in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian. Hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for my next movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.